The pain of that tragedy is still real, and it causes us to remember that life is in fact very precious. Live each moment and each day to the fullest. Number 2, serve one another. A few weeks ago, I welcomed a brave young man named Heath Calhoun to the governor's mansion in Richmond. Heath graduated from high school not too far from here in Grundy, Virginia. He followed his family's tradition, joined the Army, and was shipped off with the 101st Air Mobile Division to Iraq. While on service there, Heath's Humvee was hit with a rocket-propelled grenade. Heath lost both of his legs below the knees. Now, what followed for Heath were months and months of rehabilitation and recovery and the prospects of life in a wheelchair. But Heath Calhoun chose a different path for his life. He taught himself how to monoski. He became a spokesman for wounded veterans across the state and across the nation. Through the sheer will and determination of his spirit, he decided to get out of that wheelchair. He decided to use prosthetic legs and became a world-class athlete in everything from skiing to track, and just a few months ago won silver medals in track events. Just a few weeks ago, NASCAR, for the first time in its history, named a race after an individual. The Heath Calhoun 400 ran in Richmond during the first weekend in May as an example to Heath Calhoun's tenacity and perseverance. 2 days before that race, when he visited me, he said this. He said, "I was proud to go into Iraq and give my best for my country. It's what we always expect out of Americans." I ask you to do the same as Virginians and Americans. Because every day across Virginia, people are giving their best for their fellow man in service to others. They're using their precious time to do good and mighty and great things for their fellow citizens. Because every day in our state, hundreds of people volunteer to go to the food banks in Virginia. Thousands of police officers patrol our neighborhoods, giving their best for the service of others. Many work in jails, others get involved in their church or synagogue or mosque. Many join the military, many teach, many focus on service to others. Class of 2010, I would say to you, no matter what your major or what your calling, that service to others is in fact the highest calling that any Virginian can go to. The scriptures say, in fact, that the greatest among you is in fact the servant of all. So class of 2010, I say, be great. Serve others. It is those countless acts of sacrifice and service that are in fact the hallmarks of American greatness. Number 3, this is a great nation. Get involved. Give back to your community. There's an old adage that's been oft repeated that says this: America is great because America is good, and if she ever ceases to be good, she will cease to be great.